I forgot to mention in my Christmas update that this mask is actually connected to the sweater. So yeah. So now I don't need a non-sewn sweater. But anyways, let's get into the review. Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis, me once again. Welcome back to another movie review, aka after I'm back at my grandma's house. We're staying here for the weekend. But anyways, we just went and saw Raya and the Last Dragon. This is Disney's latest installment in their animated library of films. They haven't made an original one since Moana, which came out in 2016, so they finally decided to make a brand new one that's not a sequel, that's entirely different, okay? This movie involves a girl named Raya who we see grow up 6 years into her life. Her father has been turned to stone, as well as so many other ones, and the only way they can be revived if they have the whole entire pieces of this dragon stone that Raya has to put back together. From there, she awakens a dragon named Sisu, I believe that's what her name is, and from there they go through different like towns, villages, and they meet up with different people to help them to help her get the pieces back. And from here we got ourselves a big adventure filled with action, swords, loss, and well, not really loss, more like being alone until they can get their families back who have been turned to stone. It's kind of complicated for me to say, but I can easily say that I'm happy to report this is a fantastic animated film. I really miss when Disney makes movies like this, okay? They've mostly just been doing sequels, which most of them are amazing, pretty much like Toy Story 4, Incredibles 2. Hell, I even really enjoyed Ralph Breaks the Internet. I know a lot of people really didn't like that film, but I thought it was a really solid sequel. Frozen 2 wasn't bad either, but it certainly was no masterpiece. But this film, I can say, is a near flawless film. I do have like one tiny issue with the film, and I'll explain that in a minute, but there's a lot to praise about this movie. Of course, the animation's going to look incredible. Like, while we were watching the movie, like, my dad and my sister saw the movie with me, and my dad was right next to me, and like, there's a scene with this entire body of water, and my dad was like, wow, that water looks super realistic. And I'm all like, I know, it looks like, seriously, Disney, I think, has gotten really better with 3D animation over the years. I'm always going to miss their 2D animated films, but hey, it just shows, despite the fact that they're mostly just going to do computer animation for the rest of their lives, it still looks absolutely fantastic. It's visually stunning. What I was really surprised with about this film was the comedy. Like, this movie has so much humor, like from the dragon Sisu, who has the power to turn human, and she's really funny in the movie. I'm really glad that they didn't make her like, I don't know, how should I put it, something like the annoying creature of the film that you're just going to be like, but no, she was actually really good in the movie. Everybody does a phenomenal job. Like, the voice acting is really top notch, and sometimes you can kind of connect with the characters, like the fact that when Raya meets up with some of them, like, they have families of their own, and when they team up with her, it just made for a more special time. The fact that she's meeting other people to get her to, like, she has a rivalry with this girl that she met like a long time ago, but later down the line she knows that there could be some good left in her because she was a huge fan of dragons, just like she was. And if I go into more detail, then I'm just going to get into spoilers, so I'm not going to do that. Also, there's no singing in the movie either, and honestly, it never needed it. Honestly, with all the action that was put into the movie and all the character that was put in, like, I'm glad that it's just a straight-on, flat-out non-Disney musical. I guess in terms of my issues, like, sometimes the movie can be kind of predictable, like, you know what's going to happen straight away. Like, sometimes Disney makes animated films that sometimes you don't fully know what's going to happen. Like, sometimes Pixar does that. Like, I had no idea what was going to happen during the last act of Soul, or I had no idea what was going to happen in Onward either. So I kind of knew what was going to happen like miles away. Like, you don't really have to look up spoilers or anything like that, but that's pretty much like my only main issue. Like, sometimes it can be a bit predictable, but other than that, this was a fantastic film. I'm glad that Disney has decided to release a new animated film that's both being streaming on Disney Plus and released in theaters at the same time. Finally, this is a film I can say definitely go see in theaters, because if you can, at least, if you but it is also available for $30. But I recommend going to see it in the theater. If you're seeing it alone, it's cheaper. But yeah. Overall, Raya and the Last Dragon, I had a fun time with, okay? It's visually stunning. It has a really fascinating story with memorable performances and characters. The humor is there, the action is there, the heart is there. It's a film that I think most families are really going to enjoy. And it makes me happy that Disney can still make movies like this, even when they're mostly focused on spin-offs and remakes nowadays. I'm going to give Raya and the Last Dragon a 4.5 out of 5. I really hope I don't get roasted for giving it that rating, given how I gave Soul the same rating, and a lot of you guys were really mad that I gave it that rating. But hey, it's still an amazing film. Go see it, okay? Go see it or stream it. Either way, it's definitely worth checking out. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Ward out.